WERW, Real College Radio.
So, first want to shout out, I know you're a graduate of the band year program. I'm a freshman there this year, so right there. Is this your first time back on campus playing since you graduated, or have you been back?
I came back in the fall one time.
Yeah. Is it your first show here, or?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
And do you guys play a lot of college campuses?
Not really. We played like in the fall. We played like a bunch of different. We played like Ohio State and Michigan, and we didn't play Michigan. We played Wisconsin.
Indiana, SMU.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How's a college crowd different from like a club or something?
The clubs that we play are based around people like spending money, like buying bottles and stuff. So they're typically not people that are like really they don't know too much music. So you got to keep it like really commercial and vocally, and where we like to play like a little grimier and harder. And when there's kids that like know all the music, then you can do that. But you want to like make people happy and sell tables through your music if that's actually possible. So. Yeah.
You were first Danconia?
Mm-hmm.
When did you, and was that when you guys were
September.
together? And when did you decide to change that?
September.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, I was speaking to you your junior year, and I've always been like a fan of your DJing. And I asked you if you were going to continue it, and you said no, that you didn't have plans to.
Yeah.
What changed between then?
I got better. And then I did like the LA semester, and that was last fall, and I was like thought I was gonna go work in management or try to be an agent or something, but I was working for Interscope, and they like really liked the stuff. They like give me stuff to produce, and they really liked what I came up with, so they managed me for a while, and then I was basically managed by them. This guy like Neil Jacobson over there until like September, and then I met Alex, and he had this Chainsmokers opportunity, and it sounded really cool, and we got along really well, and so then I started doing that, and now it's like a full-time thing.
Cool. So what's that like? I mean, you guys have reached number 1, number 2, and number 4 spots on Hype Machine. What does that feel like? Twice number 1. I stand corrected. What's that like? Like when you guys first found out, what was your first reaction?
Yeah, they would just high-fived or something. Both nights were shitty nights of celebrating.
Yeah.
They both rained. Like, both parties weren't like how you'd want to celebrate at number 1. So it was kind of, I guess, anticlimactic in some respects. But I mean, it's exciting because, you're getting 25,000 plays a day or something on songs and stuff. And it's just, I don't know, hopefully now you think like, all right, Beatport's next then. I think that's like the next move once you do that.
Beatboards?
Beatport?
Beatport?
Yeah, it's like electronic music, like iTunes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. So that's your guys' next goal?
Kind of. I mean,
iTunes would be okay.
it's all a scam. Beatport's like everyone's buying their own tracks that like to get because if you chart, then you get booked. Because promoters are idiots and like.
Yeah, if you're getting paid $50,000 a show, it's not hard to just take one show's money, buy your song 50,000 times.
Yeah.
And I think Deadmau5 has like the number 1 selling song, which was like sold like 65,000 times or something. So it's really not hard to achieve number 1. Yeah, just need some money.
Yeah. So who are some of your like favorite artists or inspirations? Like who are you guys listening to right now?
We don't listen to a lot of house music. Really. This kid, Yosef Salbit, this dude's the man. He has this track called Hustler, which is incredible. I was number 1 Hype Machine like last week. That kid's awesome. Monsieur AD, anything that he remixes is really dope. Anything like Aluna George touches is gold. And what else?
Yeah, like Bastille. I don't know, like
Bastille.
Yeah. Indie stuff is like really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's like what you actually enjoy listening to. You don't like walk around listening to like the shit that's coming out right now in your iTunes. I don't know. It's really intense. Like you can't. I don't know how people study or do anything to it. So but it's cool.
Shit like what?
I mean, they're really good songs, like Turn It Up.
Like what we're about to go play.
But like, I wouldn't want to like sit around in my apartment necessarily, like having conversations with people while this stuff like blasted. I know it's not like very musical, you know, it's like, fun.
It's really fun.
But it's not very like, I don't know, I think like the stuff we try to make is more based in like good chord progressions that are good melodies, you know, stuff that you could play like 100 times and not get sick of it, hopefully. Which is why we're number one.
So if you guys weren't doing what you're doing right now, what would you be doing?
I think about that quite often, actually. I don't know. Probably producing. Like, well, I mean, if I wasn't like doing music at all,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably like start some small like some business, something entrepreneurial. I don't think I can really work for anybody.
Yeah.
So
I'd probably be working in art, something, galleries and stuff like that.
Is that your background?
I mean, that's what I studied, but like, I went down YU, so they have like the school where you can study wherever you want, whatever you want. So I just took a bunch of shit, and I guess like art is what I, was most geared towards. But I mean, I'm glad I'm not, because again, it's like.
Is it history of art or actual like art?
Like dealing, I guess, like selling of art. Yeah, I guess like being someone else's, like being your own boss is kind of the way you get addicted to it. Like going back to that would be tough right now.
Have you always been a music person? Like, I mean, I know, Drew, you got, your first drum set at what, like 4? How about
Yeah,
you?
I mean, I've been in a band. I think my first band I was in when I was in like 5th grade or something like that. Definitely not as, you know, musical as Drew over here. I wasn't, I don't have one of those like inspiring stories where I was playing all sorts of instruments and around the house with my family. But yeah, I mean, definitely music's been a big part of my life and stuff. And I've been DJing for like 10 years or something now. Started with like Sweet 16s in my neighborhood and stuff, making money that way. So.
You said in your guys' bio, you know, it's crazy how you like now playing in all these clubs that you couldn't get into previously. You know, what's that like? Is it just, you know, when did it become real for you? Is it just kind of like a culture shock, or, you know?
you've been DJing. He's been doing, you know.
I think it's like such an overhyped thing. Like it's cool
really?
for the second, you know what I mean? But now it's the same people doing the same thing. I mean, it's like everything. I guess it's just like a milestone. You like do it, and then you get tired of it. And you do something different.
else, yeah.
But it's cool. I mean, like if you have friends that come into town, you could go into like an exclusive club. They appreciate it.
That's cool.
But
Your
yeah.
friends think you're the man that are from out of town, which is cool.
I mean, you were talking about, you know, the difference between the kind of the vibe and you feel that you get between the club scene and then like the universities and stuff. Is there, you know, a particular, you know, demographic, geographic, you know, location that you feel like you have the best presence, you have the biggest presence, that you enjoy the most, at least?
Oh, that we enjoy the most?
You get the most support from?
I think it's like still building right now,
Yeah.
because we get like weird support. We're like have like a good little crews like all over the place now, but
Yeah.
like it's not like overwhelming. Like weirdly enough, like Australia, we have like a ton of fans for some reason. I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like the two-door
It's
thing.
the only place we haven't been.
Yeah, it's like the only place, we really haven't been. Like California, we have a lot of friends out there and people that seem to come out. But it's like still at that point where like, we're growing. We're not like if we played a venue and we're asked to sell like just us a ton of tickets, like I would be confident we'd sell tickets, but I would definitely I wouldn't, you know, put my life on selling it out yet.
Can you tell me a little bit about 4 a.m. and what exactly?
I'm gonna start booking agent.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of, it's like it's straight DJs though, right?
Yeah, it's just like club DJs, which honestly, like we're not really trying to affiliate with.
Really?
Well, because none of them make their own music, and it's super competitive right now. And we're trying to be, you know, seen in the class of, you know, art like DJ producers and not just club DJs that play SL on Thursdays, you know. So.
Yeah. But as far as that, what they do, I mean, they're really good at that. Really good at that. And I think our manager is probably in the same boat, like wanting to kind of he sees us hopefully as an opportunity to kind of expand beyond that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, you're competing with so many people now. I think it's like you have to be careful about.
True.
And since you guys are a duo, who's actually doing what, and how do you guys like feed off of each other when you're performing?
Alex does mostly everything. I just sit around and complain.
And when he's not doing that, I'm just getting drunk and just hitting play. But yeah, I mean, it's not like rocket science up there. You have like 4 CDJs and, you know, we like don't pre-plan sets by any means, which is I think a lot different than what most guys do. We like kind of tend to almost wing it, but like we pre-make all of our edits and bootlegs and stuff. And
today's like the first time I have a track that like, we want to open with. Usually we get up there and we're like, okay, what do we have here?
How did you guys decide on the name?
Oh, I was just thinking.
It was like it was just like, I mean, the names are so important. Like, I'm such a believer in like branding and all that sort of thing, and you know, I was just thinking like full scope, like what could like what is Chainsmoking? It's like a bunch of people hanging out. There are 2 of us, you know, it's like feeding off each other. It was like the idea between Chainsmoking and I just saw like tons of opportunity to like create merchandise and do all that stuff, and so it kind of was just like, why not? You know, it was just one of those things like you're just like, all right, well this is gonna be it, and you know, you stick with it. And I didn't want to do like the whole DJ blank. I think that's like really cheesy. And like obviously we miss out on like certain things, like certain brands are probably like, oh, like we were supposed to do that PAX Vaporizer event, you know, that new thing, and their board of directors met and we're all like, what did they say? They were like, we don't want to be associated with smoking. And it was like, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Fucking vaporizer.
Yeah. So I mean, we missed out on, you know, on some stuff like that, but I think overall, like, you know, it's just like a state of mind more than like I mean, I don't really smoke at all. He doesn't really smoke, so.
How do you decide what you want to remix? Like, you just kind of like look for interesting music, like especially like the whole like that Medicine, or like I would have never, you know, I had never even heard of her before, but it's like, I mean, it sounds great. Just like, where do you discover that? How do you, you know, kind of sift through it?
We find a lot of stuff on Hype Machine, and then now like that we have had a success on blogs, people hit us up. But I mean, it's got to be like the right song. It's got to be a band that has like a buzz in a completely different market than like we really produce for. They need to like obviously have like some solid like blog like following too, because there's so much good music out there. Like it is strategic about who you decide to remix. It needs to be something that no one else has remixed, really. Not always, but something unique and catchy.
It was like funny, we didn't even know that Sound Remedy had done that same song, and then when we were like already halfway through like doing the project, we were like, oh shit, like, but we were like, don't listen to it. We were like, do not listen to it until we're done with ours. And I mean, I don't know, his song is great too, but I mean, they're very different, like what they're catering to. But yeah, I mean, like you said, it's just strategic, really just strategic about who we choose to remix and the sound and stuff, because otherwise, you know, someone will come looking for like something one day, and if you have some song that sounds like, you know, the new Hardwell track, you know, it could alienate a whole bunch of things. So, you know, I think we've done a decent job kind of sticking to what we've been making.
Do you guys run your own social media, like your Twitters and Facebook?
Everything, yeah.
So I just read that you guys have a Snapchat. Have you received any like a wave of Snapchats or?
No, I'm so stupid. I just realized the setting was set to private, so no one could fucking. I'm like, Snapchat me. I'm like, no one's Snapchatting us. And I just took it off, and now they're like, I'm getting like not like the Snapchat amount I would like, but we're trying to start a yoga pants campaign. We're obsessed with girls in yoga pants.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
We're trying to figure out a way to market that in our favor.
Do you guys have an Instagram?
Yeah, no, we never use it. We only use our own personal ones.
Is it Chainsmokers DJ? No?
No, it should be just the Chainsmokers, I think. But we like Vine. Vine is like my thing. I like Vine and Snapchat and Twitter.
We put everything on Vine.
I feel like Instagram is like, we're not big enough yet. We're like the things we're doing like right now. We just take a photo of this room, and it's like we're in a room, awesome, and you know it's like who fucking cares? Or we can take a video, and people will do funny things, and that's like more interesting. So I think like
That's where we put our efforts.
Yeah, exactly. And then when we're like big, we can do all the stupid crowd shot bullshit that you see anyways. Like, here's another crowd.
Me DJing for people again. They're having fun again.
So you don't like Instagram?
No, I love Instagram, but we just have our personal ones.
Cause like I post weird shit, like I post pictures of like my girlfriend, like no one wants
Yeah,
to see that shit, like. Nor do I want them to see it. No, it's just whatever.
I can't find you.
Maybe I have to check if we still have it. Maybe they suspended our account or somehow.
Maybe it's set to private.
Nope.
Yeah.
Can't find them.
Maybe it's like NYC.
Where do you guys like to shop?
All Saints.
That's a nice jacket.
Thanks. All Saints. Guys, this is Barney's. All Saints. All Saints.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's just like that store that's just understated but quality.
Yeah.
I think.
I went to this sick place. We were in LA last weekend, and my friend took me to this place, Wasteland. Have you guys been there? Oh, the place is the shit. I was using like Ferragamo sneakers for $45. What?
Best.
Shit, it was 99 cents.
But yeah, I mean, you just wear the same shit more or less. It's like the jacket, same pair of jeans.
Black, gray,
Yeah.
white.
Exactly.
How close are you guys? Like, do you like share each other's clothes and stuff like that?
I'm too big.
Yeah,
Too
we're
big?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we
You've
slept
been
in
wearing
bed
really tight
together.
shirts recently, though.
I know, it's my body that's been growing.
Okay, fine.
Um,
Found you.
We're on Instagram?
Okay, we're there.
Yeah,
Oh,
somebody
oh.
hashtag
Sweet. What was the last thing we did?
There's a pink elephant, like 2 weeks.
I had a nice tan in this photo.
Yeah. Flattering light.
But yeah, I mean, we slept in beds together and like we're together a lot. And, yeah.
Do you guys have any like rituals that you do before or after shows?
What did we do yesterday?
Any rules?
No, he's like, wait, do you see my dick? 1, 2, 3, wait, do you see my dick?
Nice.
We started it yesterday.
We do get drunk. I think we DJ a lot better when we're a little bit drunk.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
However.
Yeah. But yeah, no rituals really beyond that. Like, I don't think so. It's usually like really stressful before like someone before us has like screwed up something.
Yeah.
Or like.
We always play like, there's some stupid laptop DJ. I'm gonna say this, and there's gonna be a laptop DJ out there. And then you have to like change out all the chords and shit, so. And they're like, you guys should do like an intro. It's like, how the fuck are we gonna do an intro?
We did this like MTV party last night for Upfront. It was like Roseland, like I don't know, probably like 2,000 people. It was pretty big, and you like go on and you like hit play, and it's like this awesome intro, and then it's just like the guy's like, excuse me, I gotta like unplug everything, and I'm just standing there like, oh damn it, like we are the wait.
Oh, never mind.
We'll be back in a minute. It's just very awkward.
It's so lame.
If you couldn't live in America, where would you live?
London, right?
That's a cool question. London? What?
I've
Never been there, so.
Barcelona doesn't have good enough food.
I don't know, that would suck if I couldn't live in the US.
But I love the city.
I can see you guys in Germany.
Oh yeah, I've never been
In
there.
Germany? Oh yeah, I'd love to go to Germany. Good one. Oh, you know me better than I know myself. I think. I haven't been to Germany in a while. I like the sound of Germany. I'm gonna go with Germany.
It's good.
You guys are pretty much based in New York though, right? So why New York and why not LA?
We ask ourselves that question all the time.
Every time we go to LA, we're like, why do we not live here?
Yeah. I think it's just like once you like, I mean, it just made sense. Obviously, I've been in New York. We lived in Syracuse and was from Maine, and so like the East Coast thing, and we have like our management company there, and like we had a lot more clients on the East Coast.
Yeah, and like when we started, we weren't that big, and so we were playing like a lot of clubs in the city, you know. So it was like, I mean, if we're in LA, we'd basically have to be in the city half the time. Where now we travel a lot more, and we're not really dependent on those club gigs. So like, we'll get to the point in the next year or so where we can make a move, and LA is probably the place.
And it'd be cool to like look back and be like, oh, we did it like properly. It'd be like, it's like this whatever, I think it's Frank Sinatra thing. You made it in the city, and now you can like piss off and go somewhere else. Versus like those friends who are like, oh, I'm just gonna move to LA because like I'm unemployed and can't find work here. And which I have like tons of friends who've done that, and I would love to be the one that's like, I made a shit ton of money in New York, and now I'm gonna go buy a big ass house in LA. Bam. Boom.
You said you don't really listen to a lot of EDM.
Well, we listen to literally everything, but we don't like sit around and listen to it.
Yeah, just
We like go through it all and be like, okay, that's hot.
it's like work. Is it like work for you almost?
I mean, it's just the format's so boring now. Like these songs coming out like Musical Freedom and like Revealed and
Everything
Refuge,
sounds like a
they're-
Hardwell song.
They're all the
You
same.
say to yourself, every time you listen, you just keep saying to yourself that like I'm better than this. Like I know.
Yeah, I mean, we're like so pumped. Like I mean, obviously we're excited because like we love what we do and naturally want to like grow as artists and have more fans. But like to change the game, be able to like have influence would be so sick. Like these like after movies for like Ultra and shit, they're like, oh, like this is us playing, like hitting to Ultra and this is the crowd and same things. Like every after movie is the same. And I would like we would never do that. We would do it so differently.
Yeah.
And it would be like so refreshing. Like I love Dylan Francis because he takes a different spin on like the stuff he does and his videos and
His music's so unique.
yeah, he's like a personality, and I feel like the Europeans are just like the fucking same thing now, and it's like I don't blame them because they're making shit tons of money, but it's just like, oh, you know,
Running into the ground.
yeah, exactly. So I would love to like, oh, not like be parodies of it, but like make, you know, like someone needs to make fun of this shit and like give it like a refreshing take on like what's going on.
And we also haven't like fully found what our sound is yet. Like we've had a lot of successful tracks and they're all different, but they're all really based around the vocal. So we need to get our original vocal, you know, songwriting game up. But that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make more like pop songs that everyone can listen to. You can listen to on your way to work, or you can listen to in an arena with 3,000 other people. So not just like the big trance stabs and then the really hard drop, which is like everything right now. So.
All right. One more question, and then we have to wrap it up because we have to go on.
Word.
Do you think?
Oh, go ahead.
Would you be able to give our radio station a shout out?
Yeah, what do we have to say?
Something along the lines of, you know, like, hey, we're the Chainsmokers, and you're listening to WERW, Real College Radio. Something that'll work out.
Yeah, Real College Radio. Hey, we are the Chainsmokers. You're listening to WERW, right?
Yeah.
You can splice this, right?
Yeah. We'll wait like a second and then just like give it a go.
I like turtles. To put that on the end of it, that'd be fun.
We'll tack that on. We'll tack that on there.
WERW, Real College Radio.